Welcome back to the show. Today, we got another exciting episode of California Sober, baby. Trey's not with us, unfortunately, but that's okay. We will proceed. Today's special guest, he's a man who's been training in jiu-jitsu for a long, long time. He trains at Tillis MMA. He's a coach at a UFC gym. Which UFC gym, actually?
City of Industry.
City of Industry. UFC City of Industry. Welcome to the show. Oh, also, he's got his own podcast.
Yeah.
Check him out. Dre B Rambo.
Yeah, the Dre B Rambo show.
It's on YouTube?
It's on YouTube right now. Other platforms are coming soon, but right now I'm just on YouTube. And I air every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 p.m. Friday's show is a live show. So you could actually call into the show and ask questions, make statements, give shout outs to your girl or your man, whatever it is you want to do.
Hey, we don't judge.
Yeah, whatever it is you do.
Sick. All right, Dre B Rambo show. Dre B, right?
Dre B Rambo.
Dre B Rambo show. Check him out, dude. Welcome to the show, Dre Rambo.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me.
Hey, thanks
I've been looking forward to this all week.
Oh, dude, thanks for coming on, bro.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Me and Trey went on his show last Tuesday, and we did his show. It was cool, man. I like his setup, dude. You have some sick ass gear, dude. The mics, all that.
Yeah.
Dude, I like having the table, bro.
The table's great, actually. It took me those two tables that I have. They're like solid wood, you know.
Dude, they
and I put them together. Yeah, they're pretty cool, right? And one was given to us by my wife's dad, and he gave the other one to my brother-in-law. So I knew for months that my brother-in-law had that table, and I was just watching like a hawk to see if he was going to be using it. And then it was just sitting in his garage. I was like, hey, bro, you know, what do you say you let me have that table? And he's like, I'll give it to you on the condition. If I want it back, you got to give it back to me.
That's a solid condition, bro.
And I knew all I got to do is just get it in my house and it's never leaving, you know?
Yeah.
Just kidding. I'd give it back.
Dude, I thought you got those tables from like Sweetwater or something.
No, just the Rodecaster.
Yeah.
So I got that cool mixer. You've seen it. I bought that from Sweetwater back during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And then that poor baby's just been sitting there for years until recently when I got my show off the ground, started doing episodes.
Yeah. It happens, man.
It does, right?
I love buying shit and not using it for years. You know what I mean, dude?
Yeah. Well, you know, I had to get out of my head because when I first bought it, I had a lot of fun putting it together. I bought a different table and I bought all the bells and whistles for it. And then I noticed, oh man, you're getting in this zone of where you're having a lot of fun putting it together, but you're not actually making any content. And then that's how it was for 2020, 21, 22, 23. No content, very little until recently.
Yeah.
So
were you still recording though, or like making it, or?
I would make stuff here and there.
Uh-huh.
Like I wanted to start making some episodes on the UFC. And then so I learned how to clip clips and stuff. But then I kept getting in trouble from YouTube for copyright.
Oh, yeah, dude. Especially UFC, bro. They go hard on that shit.
Yeah, Dana won't let anybody use the clips.
Bitch, Dana, I'm just kidding, Dana.
Yeah, I know.
Watch my podcast.
Yeah, Dana, watch me too.
No, bro, I had something similar happen too. Is I posted a fight, but it was for I think it was Yotsenklai, and it was like one of his fights it was like a fight he did in Thailand or something. It wasn't even like in one or something, but someone had copyrighted the video, and I know it wasn't Yotsenklai. Right. So it's just because whoever claims it first, unless the actual person disputes it, they get the rights to it. You know, that's how YouTube works. So this fool fucking they hit my video with copyright.
Damn.
For showing one of his fights, and I was like, motherfucker.
Yeah, because you imagine how many great shows there would have been.
Yeah. If
they were able to incorporate clips.
Yeah.
And I've seen people do it. I'm not sure how they're doing it. Like I have a buddy who does a podcast and he gets these clips, but he's also at the fights.
Yeah.
Getting his own footage, I think.
So the way the standard or the Fair Use Act works is you can play another video as long as it's like they know it's commentary, you know? So one of the things I noticed is if you do a full screen, then it's a higher chance of them like copywriting it. But if you do it like a smaller screen and then you're like in the background or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Or right next to it, it's like every time I changed it to doing it that way because I noticed people were doing it that way. And now they've been cool with it, you know?
Are you doing anything like that?
Yeah.
Like cutting clips and stuff?
Yeah, now I am.
Okay.
Yeah. After I found out about this, dude, because they fucking straight up made me cut that whole part out of the video. It sucked.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to have to deal with that. I want to just do a straight show and have to worry about cutting things out. I did a podcast recently where I'm not going to put out who it was or anything like that, but I did this podcast where the guy didn't like something I had said. Something, it wasn't personal, but he just didn't want to get in trouble. with his old lady. And he's like, hey, man, do you mind cutting that out?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, man, because I hate having to do all the editing. You know, I want to just put out a full, long format, no cuts. But he's a buddy, so I had to take it out. But I try to avoid that kind of stuff.
For sure, dude. No, I get it. That's kind of like one of the reasons I do it in posts like this is because if I do, I can cut it out and then just change camera angles when I do that cut, you know? So make it flow naturally, dude.
Right.
But I mean, ultimately, bro, if anyone asks me to take anything out, I'll do it because I'm not trying to like fuck your life up, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He was worried that his girl was going to get pissed off about something I said where she's real jealous and stuff. So,
yeah.
You know, trying to save a homie's life, you know? Yeah, exactly.
I bet, dude. Just want to put that on vibrate.
Nah, it's all good, bro.
Yeah, dude. So, I want to get into the podcasting stuff, but before that, I want to take it to the beginning, bro. So, I mean, I'm kind of interested to know what got you into jujitsu, dude.
Oh, shoot, man.
Were you in the military or something?
No. I wanted to go to the military. And what I actually dropped out of high school after my freshman year because I was going to enter into the Army.
Yeah.
And like a few weeks before I went to take the physical, somebody passed me a joint. I smoked the joint and I called the recruiter. I was like, hey, man, I smoked weed. He's like, shit. He's all, dude, don't smoke any more weed. You got to wait a couple weeks and then we'll have you take the test. But you can't test positive. I was like, okay, man. Like as soon as I hung up the phone, I was already puffing on a joint. You know, I got hooked to weed real quick.
Yeah.
And so I never went because 25 years later, I was still smoking weed.
That's the power of marijuana, bro.
Yeah, dude.
That's why they want stoners in fucking the military, bro. You know?
It probably saved my life, man. I mean, who knows? I probably would have ended
up saved someone else's life, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Our lives were saved off that joint.
Who knows where my life would have been? Actually, there's been a lot of twists and turns in my life where it's like, man, my life could have been totally different.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if I would have finished high school.
Yeah.
And went on to college like I was on track to do. And
Bill Nye the Science Guy, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you drop out of high school, you try to join the military, that doesn't work out.
So I mean, over the next 15 years, I was embarking on different types of martial arts.
What'd you start with?
Kickboxing.
Sick.
So I started with Steve Rodarty out in Whittier. He had a gym. His gym now is in Santa Fe Springs. But I started with him. I was 15 years old, and my parents were trying to get me. You know, the military thing fell through. No, maybe actually this was before that, where my parents bought me like some private lessons from Steve Rodarty. Took a few private lessons, and then started doing kickboxing at his gym, which was in Whittier. Then I moved on to George Valdez, who was also a kickboxing coach. Did a couple of smokers. Moved on to other things like Lima Lama Noko Oi, which is, they call it Hawaiian street fighting, but I didn't really care for it too much. And not to knock the sport itself or put it down, but the instructor, you know, promoted me to purple belt after a couple months. And they had some black belts come up from Mexico. And I just remember kicking the crap out of them. And I remember thinking, I got promoted to purple belt after that. And I remember thinking like, damn, I got no training. But I also beat the crap out of these black belts. There's something not right here.
But weren't you doing kickboxing before that, right?
I was, but yeah, I guess that was what it was.
Kickboxing is just more effective than whatever.
I guess so. Yeah, you know, I never thought about that, but yeah, but I learned a lot of cool stuff there because I would do these showmanships. So when you spin the sticks around and do all this kind of stuff,
yeah.
So I know how to do all that kind of stuff, and they teach you a lot of forms and stuff like that, but. It wasn't until way later in life, I was 38 years old when I started jiu-jitsu, like for real started it. And I was just like in a bad place. You know, it was the pandemic. I had a young kid, a young daughter. And man, everything just from having another kid at, I don't know, 34 years old or something like that. Just, it was just a lot. And I just, I needed something. And then I saw the first time I saw jiu-jitsu was that dude, Hoist Gracie, when he fought Dan Severn in the UFC.
Yeah.
Great match.
Damn. That was back then.
Yeah, it was back
in the days. When was that? Like early 2000s or something?
Like like late 90s or, yeah, exactly. Maybe early 2000s. And I remember thinking like, damn, jiu-jitsu's it.
Yeah.
But there was no gyms around.
Yeah.
Like they were all far, like by the beach. Like people who had money. And of course, I didn't have a car or money. And it wasn't until 38 years old, man. I started off with the Gracie Baja and trained for a couple of months. Fell off because I couldn't get off the weed. Well, actually, the weed wasn't really the problem. It was the alcohol and the cigarettes.
Yeah. Cigarettes will fuck you in martial arts, dude.
Yeah, I mean, if you're smoking cigarettes, man, forget it. Like, you're wasting your time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you're like one round, that's it, dude.
Yeah, if that. Yeah, you do a minute, dude, and you're gonna be huffing and puffing. Especially for something like jiu-jitsu or kickboxing.
Yeah.
Forget it, man. You can't be doing cigarettes and drinking every day and expect to have progress.
No, it's very slow.
It's very slow, yeah. Especially when you're my age. I'm 45 now. And I compete. I haven't competed lately, but I mean, I handle in the gym still at 45. There's old guys like me that can still put it down with the youngsters, you know. But I couldn't do it if I was smoking cigarettes. No way, it wouldn't happen. But as soon as I found Tillis MMA, I actually was gonna quit after my first month. But my instructor, Noah Tillis, swiped my card and ran another month.
Yeah, boy.
And I was like, shit, man. I didn't want to do. I was gonna quit this week. I didn't want to pay another month. So I was like, fuck it, I might as well go another month. And I did, never stopped. Been doing it ever since.
Yeah, Tillis is tight, bro. Pena just fought on Saturday.
Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard he won and he did well.
Yeah, well,
I didn't get a chance to see it. But
I think he got the L, but I think everyone was saying that
he lost.
Yeah, he lost, but I'm seeing people say it was a bad decision. You know?
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bummer.
I know, but dude, Pena is a savage, bro.
Yeah,
that fool's a dog, bro. He has like no quit, bro.
Exactly, and I've trained with that dude jiu-jitsu a few times. He trains jiu-jitsu too.
Yeah.
Did you go to the fight?
Nah, dude. I wish I did. So like, I had two friends fighting. I didn't go to either of their fights. Dude.
Is that right?
My homie Julio was fighting in San Diego at the Saquon Casino for WCK.
Yeah.
And then Pena was fighting for Lights Out in Long Beach, right?
Yeah,
Long Beach,
right.
And I was like, fuck, dude, I'm super tight with Pena, dude. I love him, dude. But then it's like, I still train with Julio. I'm still on his team, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, dude, it's like, I have to go to Julio. So
you went to that one?
Yeah, huh?
Did you go to Julio's?
Well, here's the thing, dude. I got my ticket, but because it's at the Saquon Casino, I was like, yo, I'm gonna need a ride because I'm gonna not, there's no way I'm not gonna drink, you know? I know me, dude. I'm gonna drink, and that's a far drive, dude. It's a 2-hour drive.
Yeah.
I couldn't get a ride, bro. And so on Saturday, I was like, look, if by 4:00 I can't get a ride, then I'm just gonna someone was hitting me up for a ticket. So I was like, I'm just gonna give it to him because there's everyone to drive. And you know?
That's cool.
Yeah, so literally at like 3:50, I couldn't get a ride. And
wait, they were willing to drive themselves, but not you?
Well, why would he take me? He doesn't have a ticket.
Oh, he couldn't get another ticket.
Yeah, he said he was just going to drive and see if they had him at the door. I don't even know because that was a pretty big event, you know?
Yeah.
They had a bunch of big people fighting. But anyway, so maybe they would have tickets at the door, but I just was like, I'm just going to give it to him because what am I going to hold on to it if I don't go, you know?
Yeah.
So at 3:50, I gave it to him, dude. And literally at like 4:15, 2 people hit me up for a ride, dude. They're like, yo, you still need a ride? And I was like, fuck, I just gave
my ticket away.
Yeah. So, but it's all good, dude. My homie Julio, he did good. He won. Yeah, he won. My homie Drew, he fought for a belt. He got the L, but it's okay, you know?
Yeah.
That fool, he kind of signed up for it 3 weeks ago, so it's kind of like...
There was this other guy I was paying attention to, Eugene Correa. I don't know if you ever seen that guy. I think he fought in Long Beach too.
What's he look like?
I want to say he's a flyweight, but I'm not sure. I never actually met him.
All right.
It's just a guy I seen on there that I was paying attention to. You know, being in this lane, you know, I find myself paying more attention to fighters than I normally would.
Yeah.
You know, somebody I'm trying to get on the show. But
definitely. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so WCK, they had their event, and then Lights Out. Lights Out is tight, bro. I like Lights Out. Have you been there?
No.
Never? Dude, I like it. It's a cool event. The only thing is if they're watching Lights Out, dude, you guys got to get 2 monitors because they have 1 monitor right now. It's like where they walk out, they have like a projector, right?
Yeah.
And so when it goes to the ground, you can't see. So you have to look at the camera.
Bummer, yeah.
But it's like the last time I went, it was behind me. So I had to keep turning around. And then turning around, bro. Yeah. And I was like, yo, this is backbreaking. You know?
Well, that's like at Commerce, they have a couple of screens around the side. Yeah,
I like that.
I try not to watch the screen because I'm like, shit, I want to watch a live show. But yeah, it is helpful to have screens around.
Just when they go on the ground, you know?
Yeah, especially that.
It's hard to see them on the ground, dude.
Well, because they're so high in the air too on the stage, you know?
Yeah. I like Karate Combat's setup, dude. Seen that?
No.
It's like a pit.
That's what I was just thinking. Like, yeah, you gotta have like bleachers and so people can look down.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, my dad took me to a boxing match. I mean, this looked like dirty boxing match, something like you'd see in Rocky 1. But I remember it was like that. It was like they were in a pit and like everybody was like on bleachers. So you could see down at the fight. You know, it was great.
Yeah, Karate Combat, it's like fucking like it's dug down, and then they have like the bleachers on top. It's,
I've seen that.
It's so sick.
Is that what it's called? Karate combat.
Karate combat.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, it's sick. I like that, man. I
like
totally,
there's mats along the sides. Of
yeah,
it too,
it's padded.
Right?
Yeah, dude.
That's sick.
That's sick, dude. I started seeing people use it for jujitsu, bro.
Oh, is that right?
I think that's a good setup for jits, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah. So you can fight up against the wall or what?
So you don't have to fucking, like reset you and shit,
Yeah, exactly. That's
Oh.
annoying when I see that, when they like go stop the match and then have to pull you into the center of the ring
Yeah.
or the mat space.
Sometimes I'll go to events where it's like striking and MMA, and jujitsu and shit combined,
Yeah.
So it's like in a ring, and so then you'll see them like rolling and then getting outside the ring, and they gotta like pull them back in.
Yeah.
I'm just like, damn.
Yeah.
I don't know which one I like more, because I do like being able to see better from the ring, but then the cage is cool because it does stop them.
Mm.
Oh.
Well, yeah, that's the beauty of the octagon. There's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
That's what I like about the UFC. Their setup. It's just like once you're in that cage, man, you're in there.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you go to a UFC match, you're obviously going to be high up because a lot of the seats, if they have them in Vegas or wherever, if I remember correctly, they're it's not a pit, it's a stadium or arena, so everything's up, just like you would watch a basketball game.
You like that shit?
I love it, dude. Yeah, I love watching it like that.
Have you
When I go to the casino, when I go to the Commerce Casino, you are like that. You can't sit down. I always find myself standing up in the aisle just so I could watch the fight.
So have you been to a UFC event?
I've never been to a live UFC.
Dude, me neither. They're expensive, man.
Yeah, dude.
I gotta go to one.
Yeah, I would love to go to one where they got Trump coming in.
You're voting Trump?
I don't know. I mean, I've never voted Republican before, to be honest with you. I'm a registered independent. But this might be the first time I vote Republican.
Dude, a lot of people have said that, bro.
Yeah.
I've never been Republican. I've never voted because my stance on that is like, if I'm gonna vote, I have to actually like who I'm voting for.
Yeah.
And I feel like the last few elections has just been someone like, who do I like less than the other guy?
Yeah.
Or whatever,
I mean,
which guy do I like? Basically, who do I hate less? Is who I'm voting for.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I definitely don't like Biden.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck that guy.
Yeah, Biden's.
I hope I don't offend anybody, but fuck that.
Getting assassinated,
yeah,
bro.
I'm like, oh shit, he said fuck Biden, he's over with. But nah, I mean, I don't have any love for that guy. But Trump, I mean, I didn't vote for Trump his first time around, but I like him. I've always liked him. I liked him when he was on The Apprentice. I like his style, the way he does things.
Yeah.
I never thought of him as being the president.
No, me neither, dude. But bro, Biden's been like, he's kind of weird, bro, to have him as a president. It's like, I almost feel like, what the fuck is going on with that guy, bro?
Well, that's just it. That's what I liked at first, was just that if you get Biden in, it's going to be quiet. No more of this us against
the strings,
them.
though,
Yeah, that's the problem.
You know what I mean?
It never occurred to me the guy was brain dead,
Dude, I don't know. Something's going on with that guy, dude.
Yeah, I mean, he's old. I mean, the guy...
I don't think he knows.
I don't think he knows where he is.
Sometimes, bro.
No, he don't, man. And I think he comes in and out,
Yeah,
oh, shoot, I'm still here.
Bro, he's going to debate Trump, dude.
Yeah, I heard that.
Dude.
Yeah, dude, that's gonna be cool. I would love to see that.
I think it's not smart for him because Trump, he'll like, he doesn't even care if he tells the truth, bro.
Because he's still lucid too, man.
I mean, Trump, he's gonna just say shit and it might not even be true, and he's just gonna drill Biden, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm interested to see how Biden.
I don't think Biden's brain can move fast enough to
keep
up with whatever the hell Trump's gonna throw at him.
Well, dude, that's what you don't know, Dre Rambo. See, you already know the Democratic Party is gonna juice fucking Biden up with some of those like super fucking
they got a box of
brain
syringes.
steroids, You're just gonna be sharp as fuck.
There's gonna be somebody under the podium sticking him in the leg every 10 minutes. Trying to get him to, so that he doesn't fall over.
Yeah, it's crazy. They're doing a debate, and they're doing it outside of like, it's usually like an organization or something that sets up these debates. They're gonna do it like outside of that.
It'd be cool, man. You set it up, you have the debate going, and you just have
commentary.
Commentary on that, dude. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
I mean, do you follow politics?
Kind of, because I feel like I'm at the age where I should, dude. I'm 33 now, but
Wow.
I just fucking think that they're all the same, in my opinion. Biden, Trump, liberal, Democrat, I feel like y'all are kind of the same people, bro,
Well, I've always had the philosophy that it's a two-headed snake.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who you vote for. And I don't Damn,
Anaheim,
car
baby.
chase. Yeah,
Dude,
baby.
it's this grocery store right here. It's like they have crazy car meets right here.
Is
Yeah, dude, for those of you that are in Anaheim, you already know M&M Donuts. You already know the business, dude.
M&M Donuts, yeah.
That's why, bro.
Yeah, I started noticing liquor stores the closer I got. Just messing.
Yeah, boy.
I just messing, yeah.
Yeah, so politics, bro. But it's like, I feel like it doesn't matter who's in charge. It's always some rich guy. And,
Yeah.
and it's like,
I mean-
I don't care what race you are, black, white, Mexican, Asian, whatever. If you're rich, you're not my people, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, you don't know what the fuck's been going on in most of the people's lives that I've been around, you know? So I don't care about your policy because it's not going to be anything good for my people, you know?
Yeah, it's not gonna be good for you. No.
Bro, them protesters that be blocking off like the street though.
I heard that they ruined some of the schools,
What
like
do you
like
mean they
UCLA, for example.
Oh yeah, there's that. Yeah, that was
I heard,
that
like
thing.
trashing the schools.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I don't know if it's the students.
I don't know, man.
I don't know who's doing it, but
I feel like all these protesters, bro, they just need to do a little bit of jujitsu or some Muay Thai, bro.
well, jujitsu is important, man, or any kind of martial art, because people are stressed out.
Oh, for sure, bro.
You know, people are. There's a lot of people out there that just got so much going on in their lives, and they're miserable, or they're sad, or whatever it is, and like a lot of it has to do, I think, is just not enough exercise. I know that I felt some of the worst times in my life. If I would have just like stopped for a moment and thought to myself, you know, hey, what's wrong with me? And if I would have just said to myself, motherfucker, you need to go walk. You need to go get a walk and stop eating so much crap.
Yeah,
You
get
know,
that
and you might
vitamin
feel
D.
better.
The sunlight,
Yeah,
bro.
something. Yeah, vitamin D. Get out of the damn basement or out of your room. You know,
Yeah,
that's a huge problem. So that's why jujitsu is so good, is because it's fun.
yeah,
I mean, kickboxing is fun, but it's not
Love
fun
it.
getting your head hit every day.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a different kind of fun. I mean, like when I go hit the bag, I go to the UFC, you know, every day, hit the bag. I went this morning. I'll probably go after I'm done here and just hit the bag. But it's a very lonely, low, it's a low energy type deal. You know, like when I hit that bag, I'm good for like 2 rounds of, you get that high, then it's over. You know? But with jiu-jitsu, man, I could roll 10 rounds
Yeah,
and just feel great. I'm like in the zone because you got somebody trying to choke you to death, you know, or something, you know, it's fun.
yeah.
I mean, you wrestled, right? You wrestle, right? So you know how fun it could be. And I think anybody who tries it, they know right away, like, shit, this is the kind of exercise I could do every day.
Yeah,
You know, I can't really hit the bag and, you know, doing head kicks and taking kicks to the head every day. It's just too much.
that's very true. But also, just you get some weird fucking injuries, bro.
Like what?
Like just shit gets sprained or pulled weird, you know, like
Yeah.
you know, like your back and shit gets fucked up.
It's true. I used to bullshit people. I don't know why I believed this, but I would talk to some guys. I was at a sauna at the LA Fitness one time, and I was telling this guy, he's like 50. Yeah, you should do jiu-jitsu. He's like, no, I don't want to get hurt. I was like, you won't get hurt. It's totally safe. I don't know why I was telling him that.
It's safer than getting doing other shit. You know?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's safer than getting clocked in the
Probably
head.
Better, probably safer than football. You know,
Yeah, especially
boxing and shit.
especially
You know?
at 50. I mean, I think that, like, I have a buddy who started, he's 59, just started. 59.
Up there.
Yeah, dude. And he's doing jiu-jitsu. He's a 2-stripe white belt.
What? Sick.
Yeah,
How does he
dude.
like it?
He loves it.
Yeah.
He goes like every day, he says.
Damn.
He says recovery time is a lot. So he is smart about it. Because I used to talk to him about it for years. You know, like, yeah, you should do it. He's I don't know about that. I'm too old or whatever. But if you just find the right guys, especially at that age, if you just find the right guys to roll with and just be picky, you know, like, hey man, I'm 59 and I can't roll with you, man. You don't have the control, especially a white belt.
Facts, bro.
Yeah, you know, they want to take your head off. I mean, new white belts, man, they love to just go ham, which is
Yeah.
fine. Like, even I have to be careful because I get most of my injuries rolling with lower belts.
Yeah.
Because they're wild or they go 100. And I love going 100, but just white belts, man, like I'll hurt an ankle or something.
It's
man.
like unrefined, like force, you know?
Yeah, but I think it's important because, you know, in real life, you're going to get somebody who's not trained and they're going to be crazy ham like that. And you kind of have to have exposure to that every so often, just so you know to stay calm, you know, relax and not freak out. Because I get these guys, I like to go to open mats and roll against guys that I've never rolled with before. Because, you know, like any human being, you have that ego. You have that thing about you that you want to win. And when people haven't seen you before, man, they go after you. I went up again. I went to Dream Art Jiu Jitsu this last weekend, and I rode with some guys over there. They had this wipeout, man. The strength of an ox, man. And he wasn't wild or anything. He was actually really good. But man,
that's like, super human strength.
Yeah, super strength, man.
People just got talent, bro. They're just born with some shit.
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah.
And I asked him if he wrestled. He's like, nope. Oh, damn, man, it sucks. You know, like, it sucks getting old. This is a young man's game.
Oh, for sure, dude.
You know?
Yeah.
It is what it is.
What belt was he?
He was a white belt.
Oh, okay. So he just was fresh?
Yeah, but he's young, too.
Yeah.
And he must have been like 6 foot.
Uh-huh.
Just raw power, man.
Damn, man.
Yeah, dude. And like all my 8 years, and didn't matter what belt I was, I just couldn't do anything to him. Guy was too strong, you know?
Yeah.
Taking the crap out of me. That's okay though, man, because
imagine when he's like a blue belt, dude.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, damn, 1 year from now, this guy's gonna be, he's gonna be crushing it. The only thing saving me is that I have all the technical skill and experience.
Yeah.
But in 1 year, if he keeps training, he's gonna have it too.
Yeah.
And then I'm fucked. That's just the way it goes, man. I mean, that's life.
It's, hey, dude, you fucking live by the sword, you die by the sword,
That's
dog.
exactly right. Because I remember when I was a blue belt, I was tapping out black belts. And so I know it's just a matter of time until it happens to me. I'm not a black belt yet. I'm a 2-stripe brown belt.
Oh, dude, right there, though, dude.
Yeah, right there. And I've never been tapped out by a lower belt, but I know it's coming. You know, it's totally
Just putting
coming.
it out there, bro.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we got a purple belt at my gym. I beat him a few times as when he was a blue. When he first came to our gym, I had tapped him a few times. But as the next year went by, it just wasn't the same. I found myself surviving out there.
Yeah.
He's a purple belt now. He's a lot bigger, younger, faster. He's got everything. Just I have the experience and technical skill. And still hasn't tapped me. But it's coming. It's coming.
Every
man.
day he tells you.
He's got, yeah. He'll even talk shit to me sometimes. You know,
yeah.
Like, you better get used to this motherfucker. And I'm like, damn, this guy, he wants to kill me. He wants me.
Yeah.
And he still hasn't got me. I think it upsets him. I don't know. Probably doesn't think about it too much, but.
Pride.
Yeah. But it's like, but he don't have to worry because he's the lower belt. And he knows there's going to come a day when I'm going to tap your ass. And then after that, I'll probably never roll with you again. He'll probably never roll with me again. Like, I got you, you're done skis. Because I do it to black belts, you know?
Yeah.
Like, there's some black belts that are really good and that I've never tapped before. So anytime I see him come, like I'm thinking about this one particular black belt. Anytime I saw him come to our open mats, I would just be like, yo, you want to roll? And then I go 100 with him. Because I just want to tap him because he's so good. You know, he's like one of the best out there. And I mean, he's tapped me, you know, over and over again. But I'm always trying to get him. I've gotten close a few times. And then the last time I tried to roll with him, I asked him, he just told me, nah.
You ain't too close or what?
I don't know. Probably just got tired of me going 100, you know?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
He's probably just like, fuck
Just not in the mood today.
Yeah, exactly. And then I just never asked him again. Probably just don't want to roll with me anymore.
Yeah.
It's probably like, nah, you had your chance. Too bad, motherfucker. You never get your chance.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
It happens, man. Yeah, Jits is cool, bro. I did Jits for a little bit. I had a good time. I still like striking more, you know?
Yeah, I mean, everybody needs both, you know?
There's something about punching someone.
There is, yeah.
So primal, you know?
That knockout. It is good. Primal. It's vicious too, man, because I've seen some videos where, you know, they're at the kickboxing or boxing class. And it looks like they're going 100, man. Like, fuck, that's sparring right there? I don't want to spar with those guys.
Yeah.
Like,
they're sparring with like MMA gloves or? We're talking about the kickboxing.
Regular boxing gloves.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I mean, they're trying to murder that other dude.
Yeah, sometimes you have those days, bro.
Yeah, because like when I spar, I'm doing kiss contact. You know, I'm moving and I'm trying to tag you, but I have control. Like I've been boxing and kickboxing since I was 15, and I've always done it where I could tag you up, but tag you in a way where I call it kiss contact. Mm-hmm. Like I'm tagging you. But I don't have to. I'm not knocking you out. I'm just practicing.
Yeah.
And I've seen like the Mayweather gym, for example. Damn, those guys over there, they're trying to murder each other.
You can need a little bit of both, you know.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
a little bit of both.
Yeah,
but don't try to murder all the time, though.
No, it's like,
you get some serious consequences, bro. I've seen some fighters, bro, that you can tell they're not
the same.
They just spar hard too many times, you know?
Yeah.
Like you can see it in their speech and stuff, you know?
Yeah. Well, the video I saw was kind of sad because the guy who got tagged up so hard that he toppled over and fell to the ground, he must have been like in his 40s. I mean, he was not a young dude. The guy who knocked his ass out was young.
Damn.
And didn't even help the dude up or nothing. He just kind of looked at his camera like, yeah. And I was like, damn, your partner just fell to the ground. And you took time out of you took the time to like pose for the camera, like, yeah, what's up? Without even checking on your boy, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of rough, man, because, you know, you don't have that type of culture in jiu-jitsu.
No.
Like, you choke the dude out, you're like, or like when I knee bar somebody or something, I'm like, hey, is your leg okay? You good?
I feel like that's gym dependent, though, because even in Muay Thai, like, at my gym is like that. If we hurt each other, we feel bad, dude. You know what I mean? If I accidentally, like, tag someone too hard and they drop or whatever, I'm like, oh, shit, my bad, bro. You all right? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think it's culture.
Yeah.
For sure. But you also got you know, it's a different type of adrenaline, I think.
For striking?
Yeah.
Maybe.
You know, like you're trying to, I don't know, you're trying to win that.
Fight or flight response.
It's that fight or flight. It's a little different. Yeah. Because like, you know, in the back of your mind, I could really get hurt right now.
Yeah.
In jiu-jitsu, we can go 100%. And I'm never worried about getting hurt. Never. But if I'm kickboxing, man, I'm worried about getting kicked in the face. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm worried about that.
Yeah, I feel that.
It's a little different.
All right, so you started doing jits because you had your second daughter, you said, right? So you got 2 kids?
No, I didn't start it because of that. I mean, I started doing jiu-jitsu because I was just in bad shape, man. I was just like in a bad place in life. Yeah. So
you're drinking all the time, smoking weed?
Yeah, you know, I
overweight or something, right?
When I was 32, man, I decided to go to school because I dropped out of high school after my freshman year, and I was working as a plumber, like a handyman for an apartment complex. And I decided to go to school. I decided I was going to go to law school. So I went to Rio Hondo College, junior college, and then got myself into law school. And right when I got into law school, I got a girl pregnant.
Okay.
So trying to...
Right, college experience, bro.
Yeah, I know, right? But if I was smart, I wouldn't have done that. But because law school was very demanding. So in law school, I was also raising a kid. But the whole idea of having a young daughter freaked me out because it's like, you know, it's a little girl, you know, like I didn't trust anybody, you know. I would like,
I was a dude.
Grandpa was getting too close to the kid, you know, let's keep him away, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, just bad eating habits, just getting depressed from all the eating bad and all that type of shit. I saw jiu-jitsu as a possibility of getting myself in shape, like get myself out of the funk.
And you never done grappling before that? You only did striking?
Yeah, only striking.
Okay.
I thought I knew some shit, but I didn't. I didn't know I didn't, but I didn't. And I just needed a change. And I remember I was like I knew some other guys that did jiu-jitsu. I was trying to get them to train with me, you know, like because I didn't have the money for the gym, you know, but I couldn't get anybody to like train with me. It's just one of those things you gotta do. You know, you just gotta buy a membership, you know.
Gotta get the money together,
you just gotta get it somehow, some way. And finally I did. Finally I prioritized, and on my 38th birthday, I joined jiu-jitsu at Tillis, where I'm at now. And I quit smoking cigarettes that day, quit drinking that day, everything. And then I just started training.
And that's a drastic change, bro.
It was all at once.
Like, damn.
And then I'm glad he ran my credit card again, because I probably would have went right back to drinking.
So you didn't drink that entire month that you were training?
I didn't drink for the next 5 years.
Whoa.
Yeah.
At all?
At all.
From that day forward?
Yeah.
Damn.
My 38th birthday.
Fucking committed, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I went all out for that. But I got good fast. I still smoked weed, though. I would smoke weed and just go to class. And I wouldn't really talk to people. I would say hi, like, what's up? I was friendly. But I was always in my head. I was always high.
Yeah.
But it was kind of a good
great when you're
thing.
high, though, dude.
Yeah. Like, I learned so much and I absorbed so much because I was high.
Yeah.
Like, I was not concerned with anything else other than what he was showing me. I was in the zone.
Yeah, and you're creative.
So I got good fast.
Yeah.
Like, I was like just handling, did like 9-10 tournaments as a white belt. I was competing a lot. I was getting good. I was tapping out higher bouts. I just got good fast. And I loved it, man. It was like the best thing ever. But The weed wasn't a problem. I remember one time I went to the weed shop before an open mat, and I got me. You ever heard of those skillet?
Skillet? Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like the dabs or whatever.
Yeah, you put on the skillet and like on a bong attachment or like a bong or something, right?
Yeah. So they used to give you hits at the dispensary, and I wasn't used to doing that. I just smoked the green, you know. That's what.
First time smoking wax.
Yeah, dude, I got so high, man. I made it to my car and I drove like 4 blocks on my way to open mat at the gym, and I pulled over and I was just like, "Fuck, I'm high." And then I started freaking out, like, "Shit, where's my kids? Where are my kids at?" Because I had a son and a daughter, right? And they were with me, but I was like, "No, I would never just leave them somewhere. They got to be with somebody." They're with my mom. just so fucking high.
That's random.
I never made it to the open mat.
Damn.
But I sat in my car for like 2 hours. My mom thought I was at open mat.
Yeah.
I was really just in my car, fucking high. But yeah, jiu-jitsu's been good to me, bro. And you know, I started coaching at the UFC. I'm trying to make it like a permanent part of my life. Like that's what I want to do aside from having a podcast. I just want to be you know, a 9 to 5 sucks, man. I mean, I know a lot of people, we all have 9 to 5s and stuff, but a 9 to 5 is just not for me. Like, I'd rather build something like you're doing with this podcast. I'd rather build a podcast. I got companies that I have. One that I'm pretty proud of is called Legal Doc Guy. And I just did a commercial today.
Yeah.
So I went to my mom's house. And she's got a nice, cool little backdrop area with some books, like cases of books and shit. It looks dope. And I just set up my camera and I put one of my lights like this. And then I had like a nice shirt and I had my dog, or her dog actually. And I was like, "Hi, I'm Dre from the hit podcast, the Dre B Rambo show." And I was like, "Oh, and this is Coco," you know. And I was thinking to myself, man, like, this is dope. Like when I was like drinking all the time and just like being a waster, I never took the time to do stuff. Like actually
to be creative.
Yeah, to be creative. The thoughts and the ideas were always up here, but never take any action.
Yeah.
Because I would just be like, "Shit, well, I got $5. I might as well just go buy me a 40 and just piss off the rest of the day, you know?"
You mentioned that term before. Would you call it a time waster or
a waster?
Waster, yeah.
Yeah, just a waster.
Yeah, when'd you come up with that term, dude?
Being a waster?
Yeah.
I don't know where I came up with that. I think I must have heard it somewhere. Like
I thought maybe, that was something your mom would yell at you or something when you first told me that.
Man. Like I started saying that maybe a couple years ago. I must have saw it like on a British show or something. You know what I mean? Like the Brits kind of talk that way.
Okay.
The guy's a waster. You know what I mean? And I think I just adopted it.
It's a wee bit of a waster, mate.
It's a bit of a waster, mate. Yeah. And but that's what but it was a perfect term because it's like, yeah, that's exactly what you're doing. You know, drinking 24/7. I have nothing against people drinking. Just me drinking. It's just that's all I did. It was 24/7. Like just wasting time. That's the thing. You're wasting time.
Get drunk while you go do productive shit, man.
Yeah, I can't do that. If you could do that, God bless you, man. Yeah. You know, like good for you. Like I couldn't do that. Like I could not focus. In reality, I couldn't even really focus smoking weed. But I did get through my first couple of years of law school. Just actually all of law school.
On weed.
Weed and drinking.
There you go.
All through law school, man.
That's an achievement,
bro. It's not a good idea, man. Well, no, I never passed the bar. I graduated law school, but I never passed the bar.
Oh, is the bar super hard or what?
Super hard, man. Damn. Took it 8 times, bro.
Whoa.
8 times, man. It's a 2-day test. Takes 8-hour days, 2 8-hour days.
Damn, that's crazy.
And I just could not, I wasn't able to pass it. I passed what's called the baby bar. That's a 1-day exam. So it's 8 hours exam. And the night before, I stayed at a hotel in Pasadena and I drank until 4 a.m. I had this test I got to take, and if you don't pass it, you can't continue with school. And that's how much of an addict I was, because I put everything on the line and drank till 4 a.m. just so I could drink and bullshit at the pool with some chick, until 4 a.m.
Did you get it in?
Nah.
Damn.
Nah. I failed it.
You failed too?
But it didn't matter because, no, I passed the exam.
Oh, you passed the exam?
I passed the exam. I passed barely.
All right.
I passed by like a hair.
But then you didn't pass the second one?
Yeah, I didn't pass the actual bar exam, which But at the end of the day, the alcohol got in the way, and it gets away of a lot of stuff because there's so many like missed opportunities that I had. I could have been. I mean, it's just me just blowing my own horn, But I could have been one of the best kickboxers in the world, I
or
could
a
have
lawyer,
been, or a lawyer,
or a lawyer that's the best. That's the best kickboxer in the world.
Yeah, I could have been. I could have been the best attorney. Like I could have had so many things I could have done with my life, but I chose alcohol and drugs. And that's part of what my podcast is about. Is about trying to inspire people to have positive change in their lives. Because there's a lot of people who, like me, I would imagine, there's a lot of. I can't be the only one who thought at like age 25, age 30, life is over. It's too late. It's too late. You're a loser.
Yeah, you're a waster, bro. You're a waster.
Yeah, you're a waster. You're 22 years old. I used to tell my shit at 22 years old that I was a fucking waster, Like I went to junior college the first time, my first attempt at going to junior college, 22 years old, 21 maybe, telling myself that, I was like, you're too old. And that's stupid. Fucking 45, it takes me 38 years old to realize that I could fucking do some shit.
Yeah.
34 years old when I went to college finally. But something changed in me, and it's continued until today, where I started telling myself, no, you could do anything. You could do anything you fucking want. I would just start telling myself. So when I went to Rio Hondo College, I would tell anybody who would listen to me that I was going to law school. And people would be like, this guy's going to law school. I know this fucking guy. That guy's a fucking bum. Because people knew me.
Yeah.
I would tell my friends, going to law school. But I would tell anybody, yeah, I'm going to law school, man. I got 3 more semesters to go. I'm going to go to law school. 2 more semesters, 1 more semester. And that worked for me because a lot of people will tell you, don't tell no one what you're trying to do. There's that philosophy out there. Never tell anybody your goals because they'll shit on them. I have a different philosophy. I say tell everybody your goals and let them shit on you, but still maintain that drive in your mind that you're going to do it. Because you got to get past that.
Yeah.
Because that's part of what kept me from doing the podcast all those years, worrying about what other people thought. But you got to get past that. You can't let other people dictate your fucking life.
People, bro.
Yeah, fuck them. Like if you don't like my podcast, fine, as long as you watch.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
but still watch though, dog.
Yeah, but still watch. No, I appreciate the thumbs down because I get them.
Yeah.
People thumb down my shit or whatever. And I just say thank you for watching. Someone made a comment. This dude made a comment. I don't know. I'm assuming it was a guy. Something about my shit being whack or whatever. Oh, the guy, he made a comment about one of my guests talking a whole lot of nothing about nothing on this shit. And I thought to myself, I just responded with, thanks for watching, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. Because I rather you comment and tell me my shit's whack than not even think anything about it.
Yeah, you're like, feed that algorithm, bitch.
Yeah, feed that algorithm. Yeah, so you can't. A lot of people worry about that, and
you
I
gotta
get
take
it.
the criticism too, though, because even though it's like fuck you, but it's also like they might have a point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they might have a fucking point
like,
because I did watch it, and I was like, yeah, I kind of see what you're saying.
It might not be because of the guest, but maybe it's like, all right, maybe I should have done a better job at directing the conversation towards something.
Yeah.
I have a problem with that, dude. Is directing the conversation. I can't just let people say whatever they want, bro.
Well, it's difficult, especially when you never met somebody before.
Yeah.
Because I've had guests that I never met before. I know nothing about other than what I've seen on their page.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes I prepare, sometimes I don't prepare at all. And I've done some where I didn't prepare at all, but they were great shows, man. I got a lot of positive feedback. And there's others where I prepared, and it's like, I didn't get a lot of positive feedback, or I didn't get anything.
Yeah, it's kind of hit or miss, man.
It is.
It's about chemistry is the number one, I think,
It is.
dude. Like between the guests and you know?
And it's tough to, imagine trying to create a relationship out of thin air,
Yeah. I know. That's why I try to talk to people a little bit before,
Yeah.
Normally I'll be smoking and drinking, and that's such a great fucking icebreaker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You already feel like if you drink and smoke, we're already homies. Dog.
Yeah, if you could have one, how many beers do you normally have when you do that?
I'll just like 3, dude.
Okay.
I'm not gonna get drunk, dude. 3, 4,
Yeah.
It's just more of like the social aspect of it, and then just nice little buzz. So sometimes we'll take shots and stuff, but I try not to do that anymore because I really want the show to be like.
Yeah. Well, I did a couple of shows, and they started off really good, but because of my problem, it was just one beer after the other, after the other, after the other. And then it just, and my wife used to always tell me, she's like, damn, you just put down like 4 beers. It's only been an hour. Like, slow the fuck down.
Yeah.
But you can't slow down.
You're just talking about bullshit and stuff.
Yeah, like flirting, like not even in the room, you know? Like she would always tell me to be present. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I know what everybody's saying. Like, I'm not. She's like, nah, fool. You're like,
I mean, some people like that shit, bro, but a lot of people don't. A lot of people, like, I feel like when they watch podcasts, it's like they either want a subject and they want it to be to go back to that subject, you know, or like the guests that are interested in that person's life, you know what I mean? At least in my experience, you know.
I mean, I don't have the answer. I haven't been doing it long enough to have like a real opinion on how this shit works. I'm still in that phase where, so even like with jujitsu, I'll tell my clients, like right now you're in the awkward phase. And then one day I want to get you to the mechanical phase. And then you're going to get into the natural phase. Ooh, so if I would explain that a little bit, the awkward phase is like where I'm at right now with my podcast. I'm in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like I took a phone call, my first live phone call, and I had to use my phone because I didn't have the damn thing set up. And I'm like this, you know?
But it's cool that you did that, bro. I don't do stuff like that on mine.
Yeah, cool, I mean, you know, you gotta try some shit. Yeah, that's how I told myself, just try it, put it out there.
It might be your thing, you know? Who knows?
It might be. Because, you know, I was watching this guy, Bedros Killian. You ever watch that guy? He's this dude, Bedros Killian. We kind of look alike.
That's why you started watching him, what?
No, well, you know, I like his shit, you know, because his thing is like, he's talking to young boys who don't have father figures.
All right, that's
and
deep,
trying
bro.
to his niche is like, I'm gonna talk about how to be a man, how to man up, how to get your money right, get your body right, all this type of stuff. And that's kind of the lane I'm in, but not quite like his. But he made this comment in one of his shows. It probably wasn't a recent show. I was just watching it though, and he was saying how I'm not like one of those dudes that just invites people onto the show so that they do most of the content. And I'm just like feeding off their network of people. And I thought to myself, this motherfucker's talking about me, right? He's talking about me. Yeah, he's talking about me. He's talking shit about me.
Yeah.
And because, you know, his channel's building. He's got like, I don't know, like almost 1 million subscribers.
That's up there, bro.
Yeah, he's got like,
that's up there.
He's got a lot. And he's a real popular dude. Anyway, he was, you know, basically thanking his subscribers. We're building it on our own. It's just me talking to the camera. Like basically just saying, it's just me. Like there's no... Some people like me have a format of interviews, which I like. I like getting to know people.
Oh, he's just by himself? Oh,
yeah, it's just him.
Okay.
He's only done one interview, and he's been around for years.
Yeah, some people have channels like that. I can't do that, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different animal.
Yeah.
But I thought to myself, fuck that, I could do that shit.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what? I do 3 shows a week. So far, I've been consistent with 3 shows a week, 3 guests a week. Dude, I can't tell you. Like, people don't know. You don't see what's going on behind the scenes. Like, I'm scrambling. Like, I'm networking. I'm talking to people. Not only am I doing all that, but I'm doing the editing. I'm the guy. I'm also the cameraman. You know, going back and forth with the camera.
One man show, bro.
I'm a one man show. It's a lot of stuff. I do the marketing. I do the shorts. I do it all. People don't see that. So, but I thought to myself, you know what? That might alleviate me having to get 3 guests a week. I could do a hour show of me just talking, and then the other second half of the show, people calling into the show.
Yeah.
And I thank God for the guy who called. I think his name was Frankie. Thank God for him. He called, and I actually had a caller.
Oh, man, Frankie.
It's fucking gay. Yeah, shout out to Frankie, my first caller. I hope that was your name. I kind of forgot because I'm bad with names, but I'm pretty sure that was his name. But the point is now I've made it my job a little easier if I'm willing to put myself out there a little more. If I'm willing to take more risk, I don't have to get 3 guys or 3 people because I'm trying to get some girls on my show too. But I don't have to get 3 people on my show every week. I could just get 2.
Yeah.
And then I only have to rely on myself because who's the person you can rely on the most?
Yep, you got to have your own back, bro.
You got to have your own back, man. Because,
you got to bet on yourself,
if
dog.
you can't be loyal to yourself or committed to yourself and whatever you're doing.
I will bet on myself 100% of the time, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, bet on yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if you know you're good for it.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't always good for it, you know.
Don't bet on yourself if you're not.
Yeah, don't bet on yourself if you know you're going to piss off your interview and just go drink.
Yeah.
Because it ain't going to work.
That's facts, dude. Dude, it's a lot of how a lot of shit in life works. Like jiu-jitsu is the same way, bro. You got to bet on yourself. You got to show up. You got to put the groundwork in, you know?
It's true. I mean, if you want to get good, you got to show up.
Yeah, you got to show up, dude. You'll get better, you know?
People ask me all the time, how do you get better and this and that? I was like, just keep coming and drill.
Yeah.
You know, if you drill. I did the guy from Jiu-Jitsu Training Institute did an interview with me, a quick interview when I was at the East LA Jiu-Jitsu tournament. I was doing a tournament. I was warming up. And he asked me, what do you tell new students who are starting out? And it's like, drill, drill, drill. Drillers make killers.
Oh, yeah.
You could be hanging out with your friends on the mat and talking. And because a lot of people do that, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just talking on the mat and just shooting the shit. But if you want to get good, you got to drill.
Yeah, you got to get in there.
Same thing with you and your podcast. If you want to get good, you got to do it all the time, consistently.
Bro, that's what martial arts has taught me for real, bro. Because even when I was the same way when I first started my podcast, bro, it was like, fuck, bro, so much to do and all this shit. It just seemed overwhelming, but I was like, bro, just keep doing it. Eventually it's going to be like second nature,
So much to do, like in the gym, you mean? Or like with life?
Well, no, I meant when I first started my podcast,
Oh,
but it just was like with the gym, dude. When I first started doing Muay Thai, I felt the same way. I felt overwhelmed because it's like, I came from like Taekwondo, so I never really like used my hands or elbows or knees or none of that shit. So I'm like, fuck, I don't know how to punch, elbow, kick, clench, bro. I was like, fuck, but I just showed up every day, bro.
Yeah.
And the same thing with the podcast, the same thing with anything in life, bro. Every day, dude. Be humble.
Yeah, that's key.
Don't think you're too good for anything,
Yeah, exactly. I think it's healthy to have, like my wife, she has this healthy, call that your,
mindset.
No, when you're not humble, what are you?
Humility.
She's got this healthy opinion about herself.
Okay.
But a lot of people sometimes they think she's cocky, but she's not. She's just
confident.
Like confident.
Yeah.
She has this healthy confidence about herself, and I love that about her because that's how you got to be. It's good to be humble, but you also have to like have like this belief in yourself.
Yeah.
The belief in your shit.
Back to the bet on yourself, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta be humble, but you also gotta bet on yourself, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Because it's one thing to be humble, but it's another thing to be like, yeah, I'm not that good. Even though in the back of your mind you're like, man, I'm fucking good. Just say it.
Yeah.
If you think you're good, like I'm not the best in the world at jiu-jitsu, but I know and believe like I can keep up with the best of them. I've been doing it long enough. I have enough technical skill and training and cardio and confidence in my skill that I don't care who you are, I'm going to give you a match.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For sure. And what I mean by that is not to impress you, but to impress upon you that having a healthy attitude about yourself is important. Because if you don't, you may not, because I didn't always, I wouldn't even like start a podcast. I didn't even do it. So back to what I was talking about before is when I was in before I got to law school and I was telling people that I was going to go to law school, I figured something out that you can literally do anything you want. Like over the years, I've learned like there's nothing that aside from flying off of a 10-story building, there's really not much within reason that a human being is not capable of. Like I'm a fucking nobody, but has figured out that you can do anything. Like there's, if you ever like been to like multi-level marketing, MLMs, you know, people I took those. You know what I'm saying? Like I've done quite a few of those in my life, and I can never understand like going. It took me a while to figure out because I would go to these like annual things where they have them in Vegas or whatever. Like, damn, I paid $100 just to come hear some guy talk to me about how you got to change this and change that. And I'll be like, dude, I wanted to learn like how to fill out the forms for people. And I wanted to learn how to use the website. And then it clicked finally. It's like, no, motherfucker, you need to change you. If you change yourself, like actually make improvements on who you are, like character development, like certain things, that's where the growth comes from. And then everything else just kind of falls into place. Like putting a podcast together, like this setup you have here, which is amazing. Like you had to have like the confidence and the resolve to actually invest money into it.
Yeah.
Because you could have invested your money in other shit. Like me, it would have been beer.
So wait, so you went to those MLM retreats to learn how to do MLM?
Yeah, dude.
That's great, bro.
I mean, a lot of times I wasted my fucking time.
Bro, my homie, he got in deep into one of those.
Oh, yeah? How deep did he get?
Dude, like people cut him off and stuff because he was acting crazy, bro.
Yeah,
dude. Have you heard of, what's that one? It's like an insurance one for life insurance.
Transamerica.
PLM? No, it's basically.
Oh, Primerica.
Yeah, PLM, I think, or P.
I know one in Primerica. they would only do term life insurance. That type of
I
shit?
don't know, dude. It's like a famous guy's like health insurance, bro. I can't remember his name, but he's got a podcast too. It's kind of funny,
Oh,
dude.
it's health insurance.
It's a
Or
life,
life
insurance.
insurance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
life
yeah,
insurance.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
anyways, it was like it's basically like something you would only sell to old people in the first place, you know?
I know there's one guy, Ed Milet. Who,
Ed-
Ed Milet.
And he fell into. Oh no, that's not Ed Matt. It's I can't remember.
Patrick Bet David.
Patrick Bet David. That guy. Yeah. Was it like what's it called?
Transamerica, right?
Is it Transamerica?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. He went into that deep, bro. He got his story is fucked up, bro. Actually,
I think it's Transamerica. Don't get me wrong.
I don't remember the name. I thought it was like PLP or PLM or some shit.
But yeah, he's in life insurance. Yeah.
Dude, so my homie got into that, right? He was married, had a kid with this chick, right? Dude, everyone cuts him off because he keeps trying to sell this shit to us, and we keep trying to tell him like, yo, this is like a pyramid scheme. And he gets mad at us, bro. He's arguing with us. So we're just like, we can't fuck with this fool anymore because he's too far gone, you know?
Yeah.
Like maybe he'll come back one day, maybe not, but he's too far gone, you know? He drank the juice, bro. Like he would show up to work in the suits and thought he was like about that life. You know, I was like, you're just scamming. Anyways, long story short, his fucking wife, bro. Like he gets his homie a job at his spot. He like moves all the way up the ladder. He's like one of the main guys at his office, you know?
Yeah.
His homie starts clapping his baby mama, bro. His wife, bro, on the side, dude. And then he finds out, bro, and his wife. So him and his wife started together. So they were both like running in that office.
Yeah.
And like he finds out and he freaks out on this dude. And so fucking HR gets involved and they basically say he can't come back.
Wow.
Creating like an aggressive work environment.
Yeah.
So his lady becomes the fucking new higher up and she brings up the fucking new guy now, bro.
What?
Yeah, and then they bounce him out, bro.
Damn, what a story.
Fucking crazy, huh?
Yeah, that sucks.
Dude.
Sucks for him, man.
He drank the sauce, bro. Sorry, bro. You just talked about MLM and
Yeah, I mean,
anyways, bro.
Now I feel sad for homeboy, man. Really take a minute to pray for the guy. Hope he's still around.
He's doing good, bro. He's on his pimp shit now, dude. I don't think he's in a serious relationship right now. He's just fucking bitches.
But something like that'll fuck you for life, you know.
He got fucked. I think he's doing better, bro. I'm gonna hit him up actually though.
Yeah, you should call your friends, man.
It was like a year ago, so yeah.
Yeah, that's something I've been trying to work on too. Is calling people.
Oh, definitely.
You know, like reach out, especially my guests. You know, after a couple of weeks, I try to call them, because those people like they took the time to come out and support you. You know, so I just think man, I need to call those people. I just think it's important as a friend to like call people and shit.
Yeah.
Know? Like just let them know you give a shit about them.
I try to go to the gym, bro. When I meet people, I try to go to the gym and train with them. You know, I try to do it before or after, but I try to do it before so we can hang out a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
But at least I try to go after just to be like, we're homies now, you know?
Yeah.
But I've met some cool people, bro. Like, honestly, I've met some real cool people on the podcast that I'm like, dude, I could be homies with you, you know?
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man.
Oh.
Podcasting is fun because you're going to meet so many people over the next years, the years that you're doing it. You know, imagine doing two. Well, I do 2 a week now. So I meet 2 different people every week. You know, naturally you're gonna hit it off with some more than others.
Yeah, maybe one day I'll train at Tillis, dude. Just check it out.
You'll love it, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people quit their gyms and come to us.
Yeah, I can never.
Come to the gym I go to. It's just such a laid back environment. Everybody loves it.
Yeah, you guys have been putting some fights on too lately. This year, I've been noticing a lot of people from Tillis.
Yeah.
At events. Maybe I just noticed it now because my homie trains there. I don't know.
Yeah, which one? Oh, Chris?
Pena, yeah.
Yeah.
He's cool. And then I met Quentin. I don't know if you know
Quentin. Yeah,
cool.
he reached out to me today. I'm trying to get him out here. I think he is able to come on next Tuesday.
Like he's a cool dude.
Yeah, he's a real cool dude.
I
don't know him well enough. I don't know him well. I mean, but I like to get to know him. He's a real cool dude.
Yeah.
For the little bit that I do know him.
Have you trained with him before? Or
I've never wrestled with him or anything, but he's been in the classes. He's wrestled with my wife. I see him wrestle with a lot of dudes, but we're kind of. He does more than MMA, so he doesn't train too much. And also, I stay away from I usually try to stay away from the MMA fighters because I tend to hurt people by accident.
Yeah.
And the last thing I want to do is
hurt people.
Fuck up that guy's training.
Yeah.
Well, I do a lot of leg locks and a lot
do.
of stuff that he probably doesn't see very much. Because I don't think a lot of the MMA guys see a whole lot of leg locks from what I know of.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. Something I definitely would ask him about. But I'm a leg locker.
Yeah.
And if you don't have experience with that and you roll the wrong way or something, and then, then I look bad.
Yeah.
It makes me look bad if I hurt somebody, Because, I'm a higher belt and I'm not supposed to be hurting people, like injuring people, not hurting them, but injuring them where they can't train. It's a no-no.
I heard that like back in the day, like they didn't like the leg locks and shit. Like it was looked down upon.
A lot of people, yeah. I mean, I think that's still a thing. I was at the UFC training in Brea last week, and the black belt there was at the end of class was talking about how I don't want you guys doing leg locks, especially lower belts. We don't teach that stuff, you know. And I was like this, like that, because a couple of the people in there had taken classes from me at the UFC I train at, that I teach at. And I was like, shit, I hope no one rats me out. Like, hey, that motherfucker who's visiting today, he teaches leg locks, you know?
You're like, I came to try it on all these fools that aren't going to expect it.
Right. One of the guys there, he came up to me after class. He's like, hey, I didn't out you for teaching leg lock. But I think leg locks are so important. So, no, I never rolled with like Quinn. I've rolled with Chris before. But like I said, with the MMA guys, I don't take it easy, but I just don't go ham with those guys, because I want their training and they're like preparing for actual fights, you know. So I'm not gonna. I try to just stay away from those guys if just for the purpose of not injuring them. It's really what it is.
Yeah, that's the balance right there. When you train with people, it's like you want to push them, but you don't want to hurt them, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, and I hurt people sometimes. I'm 220 pounds.
I just let people hurt me, bro. When they got a fight coming up, I'm like, just don't worry about me, bro. Do what you got to do, dog. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, if it was like boxing, you know, honestly though, like with the boxing, like someone like Quinn or Chris or some of the other guys that we have there, like they'll tag me up. I mean, those guys train striking all the time.
Do you still take any of the striking classes?
Not lately. But my thing is not that I don't hit hard or anything, or that I can't hit or fight. It's just that my defense is not there. You know what I mean? Like, I can move, bob and weave. I'm halfway decent as a striker. But the thing, so it's like this. If we're just striking, they'll kick the crap out of me. Like they'll literally beat the shit out of me. But if we incorporate like actual takedowns and wrestling, it's a different story. But as long as they stay on their feet, they're going to jack me up. And I don't want to get knocked the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to do all that.
You know what I feel like, dude? I feel like in Muay Thai, it's faster to learn offense and it takes a little bit longer to work defense, you know? Just because with defense, it's like you got to predict like when they're about to swing and shit in order to catch it, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like in Jits, at least in my experience, it was like the opposite. In Jits, it was like I learned the offense faster than, or no, I learned the defense faster than the offense, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause it's easier to just like crank your neck than learning the whole like steps to armbar someone properly, you know?
Right. Well, that's why with my kickboxing, people that will take privates with me doing kickboxing, I focus more on leg work and protecting, not so much with the actual strikes themselves. So I'll teach them how to move around the bag with footwork, because I see a lot of people do punching the bag. And unfortunately, I see this a lot where they're just punching the bag and they're moving around the bag, but there's no actual footwork. You know, it's awkward. Like they're jabbing, like they'll find themselves on one side and then they'll jab their way back, as opposed to like taking steps to different types of pivots that you can do to actually move around the bag.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So I like to focus on that and protecting the face and the ribs and your kidneys back here. Because I think that what you're trying to do, or in my experience, because I've done I've done kickboxing smokers and things like that. What I've noticed, especially with sparring, is they're trying to get you to drop your hands to expose your face. And they usually do that by attacking your body. And so I like to show defense on how to protect your face, but still parry or catch that punch to the ribs, you know? Because one good shot right there, man, that's going to hurt.
Yeah.
If you ever get hit in the kidneys, it don't feel good.
Especially when you're laying down, dude. Downward momentum, you know?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. But if you can figure out how to keep your hands up, protecting your jaw and your face, but still protect your rib, like that's what I like to focus on.
Yeah.
But better talked about than actually done.
Yeah, easier said than done.
Easier said than done.
Oh,
yeah.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like I could sit here and tell you all this theory and shit, but being able to get your brain to move your body the way you're supposed to is different.
Everyone's got a game plan until they get hit.
Yeah, until they get hit in the face, right? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man, that's the truest thing ever.
Oh, dude, for sure.
Yeah. And I think that's true in life, you know?
Oh yeah, in life too, especially. You'll never know what you can achieve until you're faced with the actual fucking task at hand. You know?
Yeah. Well, that's the key is getting past those humps, because a lot of people give up before the real growth starts, or before the first challenge they get, the first real challenge they give up. And I've been there. I've totally been that guy before. I did that for a long time even with my podcast, is because the wires aren't working right. Therefore, I'm going to go months without doing anything. Like right now, my wires don't work just my audio isn't there. Or the other day I didn't have the Bluetooth hooked up to my phone. Those were the types of things that would have said to me, I guess I got to cancel the show for today. And now it's like, nah, motherfucker, the show must go on.
What's going on? We're going to figure it out, dog.
Someone cancels on me, I don't give a fuck. The show starts at 5.
Yeah,
that's how I roll now. But it's a mindset.
Definitely a mindset.
It's a thing you have to realize it. Because for the longest time, I just didn't get it. I didn't get it. Like, yeah, you can talk a big game up here. It's just like with the kickboxing. Easier talked about than actually done. It's the doing that has to occur. And you have to be willing to take the hits, metaphorically speaking.
Yeah.
You got to be willing to take those hits and put yourself out there.
What did my man Rocky say? It's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how many hits you can take and keep.
He said,
what did he say?
Yeah, something like that. He said,
like
I love Rocky, man. He said, it's not about how many times you can get hit. It's how many times you can get hit and still keep moving forward, or something like that.
Something like that.
Some shit like
my
that.
My man Rocky, dude.
Yeah,
he's spin facts, bro.
Dude, Sylvester Stallone's one of the baddest dudes. His real story, like his actual story, is dope.
What's his story? I know he did porn for a little bit, right?
I mean, I think he did a couple. And they do have a documentary finally about the fucking dude. Yeah, because he's amazing.
I'll check it out, dude.
But even before that documentary came out, I knew that he had lived out of his car. I knew that he had sold his dog because he needed money or some shit. And then ended up, he wrote the script to Rocky. They wanted to give him like $75,000 to take it, but they didn't want him to be the actor. But he's like, fuck you, I'm Rocky. You know, like he stayed true to himself, paid off big. Because Rocky just wouldn't be Rocky without Rocky. Yeah. Without him.
Without Bob, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I could watch that movie, Rocky, any one of them, actually, especially the older ones, and just get going back in the gym. If you're ever like in a slump and you just haven't been fighting for a while, go watch a Rocky movie. You will be fucking in the gym that day. Like, if you're not motivated, I mean, fuck motivation, but if you need motivation for that day, go watch a Rocky movie.
I'm motivated to go watch Rocky after this full leaves, bro.
Yeah.
That's how I come for this Rocky movie.
Hell
bro.
Yeah, dude. I love Rocky.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy, the rogue dude, Sylvester Stallone, he just has an attitude. Like his whole thing is like, I'm gonna overcome any challenge, and that's key. I mean, that's what it is. It's overcoming the challenges. You gotta overcome the challenges because life's boring if you don't. It's gonna suck.
Yeah, you're just gonna live a mellow life, dude. Everything's gonna be on medium,
or worse, it'll be on low. It'll be on low.
Yeah,
you know, like your resolution will be so low.
Yeah,
and no one's happy down there. And it's not that happiness is the goal, but it's a tough place to be. When you're that dude or woman, when you're that person who just your life's just not together, and I mean, aside from just doing drugs or whatever, but just you got nothing going for you. Like maybe you got no friends, you got no fucking shit going on in your life, you got no accomplishments. Because I've been there. Like that's a tough place to be. Like that's a tough existence. You know, got nothing going for you. That's a horrible place to be.
Gotta watch a Rocky movie and start doing some shit, bro.
Gotta do some shit. Yeah, you gotta do some shit.
Well, I mean, that's part of the risk reward factor, right? It's like if there wasn't a risk, then the reward wouldn't feel as good, right? So it's like the whole reason when you do something that is hard to do, it makes you feel good because you knew it was hard to do it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. It's probably why you have a lot of depressed, really pretty women. Because you didn't have to earn that.
Maybe
you're born pretty. I mean, just metaphorically speaking. I'm not saying all pretty women are depressed, but just as that metaphor, like if you're born pretty, you don't have to do anything for it. You'd probably get upset if everybody said to you, "Oh, you're so pretty."
Yeah.
Because like you didn't have to do anything for that.
You just get an unrealistic approach to how the world works, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, for sure. You meet people like that. That's why them fat bitches that get hot later on are the best.
Yeah.
Best personalities and all that shit, dude.
Yeah. I would have to agree. You know, I used to always wonder why large women, fat women had these great personalities. Because I used to always say, man, I wish I could put your personality and a hot chick.
Just because they keep it real, bro.
Yeah.
Life, they see life exactly for what it is. They've accepted it, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think that's a good way to live. See life for what it is.
Yeah, be fat.
Yeah, be fat. Yeah. Act like a fat guy. Act like a fat chick.
No, I think you gotta watch a fucking Rocky movie and get motivated to go do shit, bro. Whatever it is, something small, anything, dude. Even just going to a gym is good enough, you know?
Yeah. I like a lot of the stuff that people are talking about these days about because motivation is a term that's being talked a lot about right now on the internet, or at least it is what I'm watching. Basically, they're talking about how motivation is just not realistic to be motivated all the time. You know, it's more about discipline.
Discipline, yeah, I can see
You know
that.
what I'm saying? Like going to the gym even when you don't want to go to the fucking gym. Like that's not always easy. Or doing a podcast or doing whatever it is you're doing, you know in your mind you want to do, even when you don't feel like doing it.
Gotta do it.
You got to do it.
Yeah.
You'll feel better. It's like jujitsu. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to jujitsu for the day and I'm like, fuck, man, I don't want to go. And I don't want to go plenty of times, but I've never, ever once regretted going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I always feel great after going to, and I know that. So going to jujitsu, even when I don't want to go, is easy now because I know I'm not going to regret it.
Do you think that's something you have to install in children, or do you think that some people are just naturally like?
No, children are, in my opinion, are born. They're born without fear. Like they're not programmed with things like fear and like their limitations. That's true. But they're not born with resolve. They're not born with grit.
Yeah.
You have to instill that in your child because the world, life, they're going to learn limitations real quick. You know, the first time they fall off a jungle gym, they're going to realize, oh shit, that hurt. Or the first time that they get their heart broken as a teenager, like, oh shit, that hurt. You know, or
that's a fucked up hurt.
Yeah. If you just give your kid, like I know kids, man, I'm not going to call out anybody's kids, but I know some kids that their parents just give them everything in life. They don't have to earn shit. I grew up one of those kids.
Yeah.
You know, but as an adult, I see it. It's like, oh shit, this kid's going to fucking have a lot of problems when he grows up because you're just giving him everything.
I don't have a kid, dude, but I've always, like, I tell my friends this is a joke. If I ever have a kid, I'm gonna like live poor, dude. I'm gonna go fucking live in the hood and all that shit, dude. Drive a beater. Yeah. I was like, I want my kids to not feel privileged in any way, bro.
Yeah, well, there's some truth in that.
This one's gonna be growing up next to crackheads. I don't care if I'm a millionaire.
There's only one thing I think a parent should spoil their kids with, and that's love.
Oh, definitely, dude. Motivation, bro.
They need to know you love them and care about them. But they definitely need boundaries, and you definitely have to stick to your word. Like you have to follow through. I've seen a lot of parents though threaten their kid, like, you know, if you do this, you're not going to get this ice cream. And then later on that day, they forgot about the kid does it anyway, but later on that day they forgot, or they just got lazy and didn't want to enforce it. And then the kid gets what he was not supposed to get. Me, I'm one of those people who never forgets. If I threaten one of my kids that, you know what, you fucked up, you're not going to get this later. And my kids know, like, shit. Damn, he said it and he's not going to go back. I'll give you a perfect example. One Christmas, one of the kids attacked the other kid. One of my kids attacked the other, and it was Christmas Eve. So we're going to my mother-in-law's house and we're going to open presents and shit. And I told one of my stepsons, you're not getting no presents. That's it. Boom, you're done. Like, you're not getting any Christmas presents tonight. And right after I said that, I realized, like, oh shit, man. Like, that was a little too harsh. That was a little over the top. But then another voice came into my head, said, but you said it, motherfucker.
Nah, no.
You gotta follow through. You gotta follow through on that.
Damn.
So I went to my mother-in-law's and my in-laws, and the whole family's there. It's already been made clear by my wife. Oh, Andres said he can't have no Christmas present. Can't open any Christmas presents tonight. And all the kids are gonna open them, right? And I made myself look like the biggest asshole in front of everybody. Even my brother-in-law was like, "What's that? Was he gonna learn something in one night? Like, just let the kid open some presents." But in my mind, I was like, "Fuck no, fuck that. He's not getting shit. Like he did something he shouldn't have done. He physically attacked one of the kids, and I already said it. If I don't follow through, I'm basically telling this kid that I don't follow through." And that he could manipulate me or whatever it is. And it seemed harsh, but the kids know, like if I say something, I'm going to follow through. And the kids are more likely to listen to you and fall in line when they know that you're going to follow through with what you say. And I think that's how people should be with everything. If you say you're going to show up somewhere, show up. If you tell your friend you're going to help them move a couch at 10 in the morning, fucking be there. Because your reputation, your word, all that shit matters.
Damn, that's harsh.
It is harsh.
What was the fight started over?
He wanted something. I don't know. The kids fighting over shit.
Yeah.
But it was because he punched.
Uh-huh.
Like I had never seen that before.
How old is he?
He was 5 at the time.
Ooh.
Yeah, and he punched, like physically punched. Me and my wife disagree about whether he punched or not, but I know what I saw.
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, dude, you don't hit girls. And you don't hit another kid, like you don't, just because you didn't get something you want. What was she playing with? She was playing like the iPad or something, and he wanted it, didn't get it. So, he decided he was going to throw some punches at her face or whatever.
And on them hands.
Yeah, I was throwing some hands. And, and it was maybe too harsh,
Should just spanked him.
But I can't. He's not my kid. You know what I mean? I don't have the authority to hit him. You know what I mean? Believe
Tell
me.
your wife to hit him.
I already thought about it.
I was be like, yeah, you better just get your son and spank him, bro.
Yeah, I guess I was just trying to. Now the punishment was too harsh, but I had already said it.
Yeah.
And I think that for me that mattered more than him getting some presents. I mean, he got them all the next day. It's not like he didn't get them.
I would have been like, yo, you want the present? If you want to not get the presents today, or you want to get a spanking, and then been like, all right. Your wife, like, you heard the boy?
Yeah, you heard him. She spanks him all the time. They don't care. That shit don't hurt them. Oh, fuck no.
Does she spank him hard, though?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Our wife's brutal, man.
Damn.
She's more of the manly disciplinary than their actual dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And their dad's way too soft on them. Spoils the shit out of them, which is fine. I don't care. You spoil your kids. But I don't think it's good.
Yeah.
To give your kids anything they want, whenever they want. And it's just, it's not a good thing. And he's a good dad. I'm not knocking him as a dad, but just gives them whatever the hell they want. You give kids anything they want, and you're gonna raise spoiled kids. I mean, that's just 101 right there.
Yeah.
So, not really cool with that.
Nah, me neither. That's why I don't have any kids, because I don't want to deal with any of that.
Yeah, I mean, well, kids are a big responsibility. It's a lot. I mean, I never asked for kids. They just came.
How many do you have?
I have 4.
Damn.
Yeah, I got 4.
That's a lot, bro.
My oldest is 29.
What?
And 27.
And your youngest is 5?
Oh, those are my stepsons.
Okay.
I have 4 biological and I have 2 stepsons. So I have 6.
Damn, wait, so how many live with you, though?
The 3. No, my oldest 3 are already adults.
Okay.
So my son, he's the youngest. He's 21. He's in the Navy. But then I have this 9-year-old. I have a 9-year-old.
Uh-huh.
Now my 2 stepsons are 8 and 6. 8 and 6. And they're G's, man. My stepsons, they're like, they're boys, like rambunctious, pick up a lizard and slam it against the ground. like they're like fearless.
Yeah.
Their mom raised them that way,
Uh-huh.
like to be scared of nothing. Like they'll fuck little kids up, like whatever.
Dude, you got a while to go till they move out, man.
They probably won't.
No.
They probably
You
won't.
don't think ever?
No. My wife, they spoiled. Actually, they'll probably end up living with their dad.
Uh-huh.
I think when they get older, because here's the thing, their dad spoils the shit out of them. And he's got, we both have houses, but they get the games over there. They can do whatever they want over there at their dad's. They're like little kings. They're kings at our house too. My wife treats them like little princes because I'm the fucking king. But over there, they're like little kings, and they live like kings. So naturally, your dad's gonna let you bring girls over when you're older.
Yeah.
My wife and me ain't gonna let them bring chicks over and spend the night.
That's
but
good.
Their dad will. You know what I mean?
Dude.
So,
politics.
Yeah, that's the real. Any divorce lawyer will tell you, spoil the shit out of your kids if you want them to live with you.
Dang.
That's how it
That's
works,
bad
man.
advice, though.
It's horrible advice for their life.
Yeah, dude.
But a lawyer's thinking, how do I win this case?
Yeah.
You know, if a kid, because the court's always taking consideration what the kids want.
Yeah.
So if your kids want to live with you, it's what it's gonna be.
Damn.
Yeah. So you want to have kids eventually?
Thinking not, dude.
Yeah.
I'm thinking not, man. It's not gonna be my choice if it happens,
It might change your life when you get. I mean, you might change your mind when you're older.
Might change my mind. I'm 33 though, so there's not a lot of much older to get.
Well, I mean, there's no biological clock for you. I mean, you're a man.
I guess, but I don't want to be like 50 with like a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
No offense.
Don't need downside.
Anyone out there that's 50?
5-year-old, yeah, I know. No offense taken,
I'm not
man.
judging, bro.
No offense taken. I mean, I say the same thing to myself. Because believe me, I know exactly how old I'm going to be when the kids are 18.
Yeah.
54. Dude, I'm waiting. I mean, because I want my life back for sure. But kids have some benefit. I'm not one of those guys that's going to say here, oh, my kids, they provide all this benefit. Like, I love my kids, but I enjoy them as adults. You know what I mean? Taking care of kids is rough.
Yeah.
You got to devote all your time to them because they need it.
Uh-huh.
You know? And you don't want to be selfish with your kids.
Don't do that.
No, you don't, because you'll fuck them up.
They might end up like me, bro, getting face tattoos and shit.
Yeah. Well, you're responsible for putting your kids out there into the world, Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this guy just shot somebody. First thing I think of, that guy's parents must have been assholes.
Fuck.
The
Sometimes they're
dad.
not, though.
Yeah.
Then it gets trippy, right? You're just born to be an asshole.
Yeah. I guess that's true.
Yeah.
I guess that's true. But you definitely want to be there for your kids. And if you rather be doing your own shit, and they're expensive.
Oh, yeah.
So, if you're not in a position to have kids, I mean, like I said, I never intended to have kids. I just wasn't responsible. Sleeping around or whatever. And I should have 100 kids, technically. But, but when you do have them, you gotta man up. You gotta take care of them, be there for them. They need it.
Were you pretty active in your kid's life when you were younger?
No, not my oldest. I was 16.
Damn, you were 16 when you had your oldest?
Yeah.
Fuck, bro.
But I didn't even, her mom told me at first, for the first couple of years, told me it wasn't my kid. And it wasn't until I was about 18 that she called me and finally said, yeah, I think she might be yours or whatever.
What?
And then she found out that I was a waster. Yeah, well, I thought she was mine, but she had told me, nah, this other guy's. The other guy even was, I still remember his name and everything. The other guy was the one there at the birth and signed the birth certificate and all that shit, right?
They never did a DNA test?
Nah.
What? That's weird. I just wanted to believe, bro.
Well, I mean, she told me it wasn't mine, and I didn't believe her.
You're just like, fuck it, though.
No, I wasn't actually. I was really
upset.
I was upset about it because she was my first. I was in love with her,
Yeah.
I wanted the baby to be mine, but there's this other dude, and he signed the birth certificate. She said it was his, and I was like, I just had to accept that. And man, that was rough. Like I remember crying and in my mom's arms, like, oh, she broke my heart.
Man, you're 16. Your mom was probably like, fuck that bitch. You don't want to be raising her kid anyways.
Yeah. I don't remember it being like that.
So that'd be me as a parent, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, dog?
She probably should have said that, but my mom didn't say that. But it wasn't until like 2 years later she said that, and then it took me like a year or so to get her to get a DNA test. Because as soon as she told me, I remember she came over and then she just saw how I was living, thugged out and all that shit. And she was not like that, And then she was like, no, I changed my mind. I don't want you in her life. And so it took me like, I don't know, a year or so to get the judge to grant a DNA test. And then it came back, she was mine. But then that was just another battle of trying to get visitation. And it just got ugly. And then I just fell off. Just like I lost... I just like basically dropped the ball and just said, fuck it. You don't want me around. I'm just not going to be around.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until my kid was 18 that she reached out to me.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then of course,
fucked her up. No, I'm just
yeah,
kidding, bro. No offense, bro, but damn.
No worries. But then it took time for her to actually, for us to build a relationship. But even now to this day, it's, we hang out very, very little. I reach out to her all the time, but you're 18 years old. It's tough to
It was like bond.
build that bond.
It's kind of like, a sperm donor
Yeah.
at that point,
Yeah, it's true.
You be a homie though.
Yeah. Yo, I never tried to parent her. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I just try to, I just take her out to lunches and movies or just simple stuff.
Damn. So does she consider that other guy her real dad or?
No. As soon as I got the DNA test when I was 18, and then he went away.
Oh.
He was like, well, fuck it. It's not my kid. I'm out of here. So,
damn.
Yeah, it was just one of those things. But it sucked because my daughter grew up without a dad. Even a not real dad would have been better than no dad.
Yeah.
In my opinion, kids need
true.
dads. Whether they're your real dad or not, you need a positive male role model in your life.
Yeah.
That's your best chance for growing up healthy mentally.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a mom. And I don't mean to put down moms. I'm not. Everybody needs a mom too. But you need a dad. You need that positive male role model with strength, to someone to guide you through life. They this, not to get into all this whole topic. I'm not trying to get you canceled, but they have supposedly studies that show that if you put a single mom and a single dad, you're more likely to go to prison with being raised by a single mother.
Whoa.
Right?
Are those church statistics?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. But I don't know.
I just saw a statistic. I don't know how true it is. It's about gay parents. They said they raise more happier children.
Is that true?
I don't know if it's true, but I saw it.
I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't read too much into to studies. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe.
Damn. So that's rough, bro. Did she ever go to jail or anything?
For what?
Anything?
Her?
No, your daughter. Yeah. No prison. No baby at a young age.
Nope.
Did all right then.
Yeah, she's all right.
You didn't do too bad of a job, I guess.
Yeah.
You didn't wreck her life too much.
Because you're gonna learn something from your parents no matter what.
Yeah.
Whether your parents in your life or not, you're gonna learn from them.
Do you ever see certain habits of yourself inside of her, even though you never really raised her?
No.
None?
No. She looks exactly like my other kids though.
But the way she acts or says something, it's not doesn't remind you of yourself?
No.
Oh, that's interesting. Dude, me and my sister, my other, so I have two sisters. I'm the oldest of four, but only one sister is my blood sister. But my stepsister says that if you were to look at her silhouette, she'd be like, the way we move our body and stuff is similar,
Is that right?
And so I wonder if that's based off of one of my parents. They move around like that,
Oh, that's
we just
interesting.
picked up on it,
You want to know what's interesting though? My three daughters, they all look alike, exactly the same, even though they're all years apart. And they have a similar personality. Basically, it's a bad attitude, and but I could see them in each other. But me, they don't look like me at all.
Yeah.
I mean, they look like me, but they don't. But they look like each other. They got different moms.
They say that athletes tend to have more daughters.
Is that right?
Something about something in your sperm.
Maybe.
So
I got three. Only one son.
Dude, so you said your daughters kind of have a bad attitude. What do you mean, like a chip on the shoulder?
No, they like to hit me or
okay. They like get violent.
Yeah. My middle one, Daniela, she used to always just like to crack me up the side of the head.
Damn, how old was she when she did that?
She's like a teenager. Damn. Yeah, she used to like smack me upside the head.
What'd you do? Did you hit her back?
No. Nah, when you have daughters, they could pretty much get away with murder.
I'd probably hit her back, dude. Bro,
Yeah.
from doing martial arts, I'm super broken into hitting women now because you spar with women,
Oh, do you?
Yeah, because you gotta spar with women, right? And they got a
Yeah.
fight coming up. It's I can't play patty cake, you know what I mean?
Damn, that's cool.
So now I'm like, dude, these bitches can get these hands, bro.
Yeah, right.
I pray some lady tries to mug me at the liquor store, dude.
Yeah, would you punch her?
I would crack her so hard, dude,
Yeah.
and I'd feel justified doing it.
I think I'm with you on that. I think if a woman punched me in my face like a man, I think I would punch her right back.
I'd probably smack her, maybe not as hard as I'd would like to, but I'd probably hit back still, but
Yeah, I think just the first one. Yeah, the first one. I don't know if I'd be justified in after she fell to the ground and keep stomping on her.
Yeah, there's some chicks out there that are killers, bro.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, we're living in a different time.
Yeah.
MMA fights, I actually enjoy the women.
Yeah, I don't mind it, bro.
Dude,
Some people don't like it, but I don't mind it.
What?
Yeah.
Well, Dana White didn't like it at first.
Yeah, he didn't.
He was like, nah, women fight. No one wants to watch that shit. Nah, motherfucker. those are some of the most exciting fights.
I'm
is
down with
watching
it, you
them.
know?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Well, let the chicks fight, bro.
Yeah, let them fight, especially the ones that know how.
I'm down to see some titties and ass fucking beat the shit out of each other, you know?
You know that one girl, she's like Russian or some shit. I don't know if you saw, but she did a fight one time. I think she fought some Asian chick. I forgot they called it a cyborg or some shit. But her whole forehead swelled up.
Shevchenko
or some shit. Shevchenko or some shit.
Yeah.
Dude, she can squab.
Oh yeah, dude.
She squabs.
Fuck, her name it's top of my
some Russian
head.
shit. I don't know.
Just something with the J. But yeah, Jeff Chevnik and
Joanna
Jeff Chevnik or some shit.
Some shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but so she fought. Who gave her that hematoma? It was that Chinese chick, right?
Yeah, some Asian girl.
Fuck, what was that chick's name?
I don't remember her name though.
That chick's a savage, bro.
Yeah, she jacked her up, man.
Dude, she just fought like not too long ago. I think UFC 300. I think she fought.
But dude, imagine like I've never seen anybody's forehead swell like that.
And she kept fighting, bro.
She kept going,
dude.
You think her coaches would have been like, oh, we gotta stop this?
Yeah.
But they knew her. They knew her obviously, so they weren't scared. This is nothing. She can handle this shit.
Yeah.
Because she went the full fight, I think.
Yeah, she all 5 rounds.
Yeah,
dude. Made a lot of memes about her head.
Ooh, oh, I know. Poor thing. Poor thing. And then after that, she tried to do like a whole image thing. She started putting out a little bit of racy photos of herself, you know?
I think she retired after that fight, didn't she?
I don't know, but I wouldn't be a bad idea. It wouldn't be a bad idea. Oh man.
Yeah.
But yeah, women fighters are exciting.
I fuck with the women fighters, dude. My homegirl Drea, bro, she supports the show, bro. She's got the belt for Cali Muay Thai. I love watching the women fight, you know. I got no problem with it. But I do have friends that I bring it up and that they don't like watching the chicks fight.
Like, what do they say about that?
I just tell them you're sexist, bro.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, what's their problem with it?
I don't know.
They don't like punches. They don't like kicks.
I don't know. I guess maybe I just think they don't like seeing girls like be aggressive like that. Like they think of it as like a manly sport. I guess.
Lame. I mean, I could understand if they were punching like this, like if they were punching like girls.
Yeah.
You know, like girly.
Yeah, then that gets annoying because you're just wasting my time.
Yeah, it's like, well, I'm wasting my time here. This is not a fight.
Yeah.
But these girls, man, like the modern women that are fighting in these.
It's a new era for sure, bro.
Yeah, dude, they got form. They got speed. They're doing head kicks.
Yeah.
Spinning back kicks. They're fucking each other up, man. Like, what's not to like?
Yeah.
And like you said, you know, they're wearing, if they're wearing a little bit of clothes. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I don't mind it, bro.
I'm trying to say this in case my wife is watching.
I don't mind it,
bro. But you know, it's like, how do you not want to see some girls fight each other? That's just crazy.
Yeah, I think that's weird too. But maybe it's just because I'm a fan of the sport, so it's like, you know, I see it differently than other people, maybe. But let's take it back though, real quick though. So you said your first relationship your relationship with your first daughter, you said it's pretty rocky. What about your other kids? Did you ever?
No,
I forgot about.
No, man. Thanks for asking. No, man. Like my second child, her name's Daniela. She's like 26 or something like that. I haven't talked to her since she was a teenager, man. She ran away from home and then went off, got married. Not married as a teenager, but she went back to her mom's. And she ended up getting married, as far as I know. And her mom passed away, actually. But she ended up getting married, having kids, and living her own life. And I haven't spoken to her since.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you're 2-0.
I'm 2-0.
Or 0-2.
Yeah. Well, those are the consequences of having children young, 16 and 18, and you know, being a waster. And having babies with random people.
How'd you just get someone else pregnant after you got that first chick pregnant, bro?
How'd that happen?
No, but you just didn't think like maybe I shouldn't. It's a bad idea, you know?
No, interestingly, well, yeah, of course it was a bad idea. Actually, I didn't find out about this kid until she was 6.
Damn.
So it wasn't like she just told me, hey, after she got pregnant.
People just don't want you to be in their kid's life, bro.
Yeah, I guess so, man. Like, I remember I had gotten out of jail. And right when I got out of jail, I don't remember how old I was, probably 20 or something like that. No, 24 or something. My mom called me and said, hey, some girl left a message on my answer machine, you know, saying you have a kid with her and blah, blah. You should go investigate that. And then, of course, I did. And then starting that relationship was rocky.
That's rough.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're not there from the beginning.
Yeah.
You know? And, you know, obviously I was out there not being very smart. But that's I'm not blaming it on, you know, bad parenting or anything like that. But, you know, if you don't have someone to tell you, hey, you know, you should probably strap up or whatever.
No one was telling you?
No, my mom would tell me about getting diseases, but she never said anything about kids, you know.
Damn, bro,
But
it was crazy.
yeah, I mean, you know, it was not smart, but it is what it is. And but it wasn't until I had my son, then I raised my son birth, and then by that time I was already 24, maybe 25. I raised him from birth, and then his mom essentially abandoned him. And of course I have my youngest now, but by that time I'm already older and just a totally different person. When I was 16 to, I don't know, 24, 25 even, I was just in and out of jail all the time. A waster. Like I said, I was a true blue waster, you know? And so it's not my proudest moments. It's not something I'm proud of, but it's also a lot of the stuff that I do now is not just atonement, but it's also an opportunity to warn people, warn young men about the consequences of our actions. Because no one ever told me that there was these consequences. That you go around sleeping around with women, you're bound to get one of them pregnant. You know, you're bound to make mistakes. And so I made plenty. And so part of the whole purpose of my show and part of what I do now is trying to, you know, educate people on certain things. It's your life's not over just because you made mistakes, and you can turn it around. You can rewrite your story. You don't have to be the guy who's known as the waster. And there's plenty of people out there who know me from way back in the day, and they'll say, that guy, no, that guy's a bum. He's always going to be a bum, right? Those people are always going to exist. But what are you going to do? You're going to live your life holding on to your past and all the mistakes you made? That's the lie that we believe, that there's nothing we can do to change ourselves. You know, I went from, you know, being a drunk, druggie addict who just ran the streets, fucking anything he could find, or fucking around and just dicking around. Not a very good person at all. I'll be straight up. Was not a good person at all. But you could turn it around, and you could start making better choices. You could basically rewrite your story. And that's what I managed to do. And it's not so much of the accolades like going to law school or starting a podcast or whatever, right? Or being a better father or being a husband now. Now I'm a husband. Go to church every week, you know, like I'm a completely different person. Those things that you did when you're younger don't have to resonate or stick with you. You can literally just go like this and just wipe it clean. Now, do you have to atone for stuff? Hell yeah. Like those you owe society. I owe society for a lot of the mistakes that I did. I've hurt a lot of people. I've done a lot of bad shit in my life. So I owe. That's what you call it, atonement. You got to atone for those mistakes. But better that me correct myself and change myself into a better person than to continue to be the same asshole who was going around doing dumb shit and hurting people. And that just is what it is.
That's life, dude. Damn, well, that's beautiful, Dre. It's good having you on, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you for inviting me on the show.
Thanks for coming on, bro. Next time we have you on, we're going to get more into your story with your children and stuff.
You're more into that stuff? Shit, man. I was hoping to avoid all that.
No, I'm sorry, bro. Nah, you're doing good. You're doing good, though, bro. Honestly,
yeah,
man, look at your life, bro. You know, you've been training jits for a while. The power of martial arts can change people, bro, honestly.
Yeah, it really
doesn't matter what martial arts it is, whether it's jits, kickboxing, Muay Thai, boxing, whatever, bro. Just, you know, get into a gym if you're someone that's struggling and you feel like you need to make some drastic changes in your life. I cannot recommend going into a gym, changing your environment, changing your mindset, you know?
100%. You know, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step.
Exactly,
you know,
bro.
You just got to get out there and do it, make it happen.
Yep. So check Dre's podcast out, bro. It's Dre B Rambo.
Dre B Rambo Show. Catch it on YouTube. Coming to other forums soon. Or platforms. I said forums. Platforms. That's how much of a newbie I am. And, you know, if you want to see Dre B Rambo come to your jiu-jitsu school, send me a shout out. I'll come visit and roll with you guys. And yeah, I would just show you guys some leg locks.
All right. As always, everyone, stay cool, stay high. Go to a fucking gym and change your life. Goodbye.